Have you ever been watching a soccer match, totally engrossed in the action, and then you see it? A player, after a brilliant sprint, spits on the field. Then another does it. And another. It happens so often you start to wonder, what is going on here? Is there some kind of secret spitting competition I don't know about? Well, today we're diving deep into the science and psychology behind why soccer players spit so much. And trust me, the reasons are more fascinating than you might think. So, is it just a bad habit? Not really. The primary reason is physiological. When you engage in intense physical exercise, like running up and down a 100-meter pitch for 90 minutes, your body goes into overdrive. Your heart rate skyrockets, you're breathing heavily, and your body starts producing a lot of saliva. But this isn't your normal, everyday saliva. During intense exercise, your body prioritizes sending blood and oxygen to your working muscles. This means less blood flow is available for non-essential functions like digestion, which includes saliva production. The sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight response, takes over. It stimulates the salivary glands to produce a much thicker, more mucus-like saliva. This thick, sticky stuff is really difficult to swallow, especially when you're gasping for air. It can feel like it's clogging your throat. So, what's the quickest, most efficient way to clear your airway and get back to breathing easily? You guessed it. Spit it out. It's an almost instinctual reaction to maintain peak performance. Now, let's talk about what's actually in that spit. It's not just water. It's a mix of saliva and phlegm that builds up in the back of the throat and respiratory tract. Exercise can actually increase the production of a specific protein called MUC5B, which makes mucus thicker and more difficult to clear. You might notice this yourself if you go for a hard run. You often feel the need to clear your throat. For professional athletes pushing their bodies to the absolute limit, this effect is magnified tenfold. Spitting is simply the most practical way to expel this buildup without breaking stride or struggling to swallow. Beyond the purely physical, there's a psychological component to it. Think of it as a ritual or a mental reset. A player might miss a shot, make a bad pass, or get tackled. The act of spitting can be a physical manifestation of spitting out the frustration, clearing their head, and refocusing on the next play. It's a small, almost subconscious action that says, okay, that moment is over. On to the next one. But in a high-pressure environment where every second counts, these little mental tricks can make a huge difference in a player's concentration and composure. Another factor is hydration, or rather, the byproducts of staying hydrated. Players are constantly drinking water and sports drinks to replenish fluids and electrolytes. Sometimes, the sugary residue from these drinks can mix with saliva, creating an unpleasant, sticky feeling in the mouth. Spitting is a quick way to get rid of that taste and feeling, keeping their mouth feeling fresher and allowing them to focus on the game instead of a syrupy sensation. It's a small comfort, but during a grueling match, every little bit helps. And let's not forget the environmental factors. Soccer is played outdoors in all kinds of conditions. Players are inhaling dust, pollen, grass, and whatever else is floating around in the air. This can irritate the respiratory system, leading to more mucus production as the body tries to trap and expel these foreign particles. Spitting becomes a natural defense mechanism to clear the airways of these irritants. So, on a dry, dusty field or a day with high pollen, you might see even more spitting than usual. Of course, there's a social element as well. When you're on a team and you see your teammates, your idols, and every professional player you've ever watched doing it, it becomes normalized. It's just part of the culture of the sport. Young players see it and emulate it, and it becomes an ingrained behavior that they might not even think about. It's simply what soccer players do. It's not meant to be disrespectful or unhygienic. It's a functional and now cultural part of the game. So, to sum it all up, it's not just one thing. It's a complex combination of physiology where intense exercise creates thick, hard-to-swallow saliva. It's psychology, using the act as a mental reset button to shake off mistakes. It's a practical response to sports drinks and environmental irritants like dust and pollen. And finally, it's a deeply ingrained cultural habit within the world of soccer. Next time you're watching a match and you see a player spit, you won't just see a gross habit. You'll see a high-performance athlete managing their body's extreme physical response, a focused competitor clearing their mind for the next challenge, and a participant in a long-standing culture of the world's most beautiful game. It's a small action with a whole lot of science behind it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this cleared things up for you. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Let me know in the comments what other sports mysteries you'd like me to solve. See you in the next video.